Hi everyone, it's Kelly and I am back with a process video today. First, I want to apologize for the color and the lighting on this video. I had just recently purchased a new camera and this is the first time I had recorded a video, and I have tweaked one of the settings for my next video, and I'm hoping that the colors will be a little bit brighter and a little bit more true to what they really are. But I'm scrapbooking this photo today of my husband and myself from a cruise that we went on in 2012, and I wasn't really sure where I was going with this layout. So I just grabbed a bunch of different papers. You can see them all kind of scattered there that I thought worked well with the photo, and I'm just picking and choosing right now, trying to figure out what's going to work best. I'm starting with a chevron pattern paper. It's right directly underneath my photo now, and that's from the Pink Paislee-C'est La Vie collection. And now I've moved on to a piece of striped pattern paper from the Maggie Holmes-Shine collection. I liked the black stripe in it because it matched the colors that were going on. My dress is black and it just seemed like it was going to fit well. But in just a second, you're going to see that I'm going to toss that aside. It doesn't really match that black polka dot paper that I have there. It's a real small polka dot print, and the white on the striped paper did not match the white that was on the polka dot paper. So I've moved on to that floral print. That is again from the C'est La Vie collection from Pink Paislee. And I wanted a little bit of a break between the chevron print and the floral print. So I grabbed a piece of Whisper cardstock. That's a close to my heart cardstock. It's just a real light gray. It matched the gray tones in that floral print really well, and I was liking how that was looking much better than the striped paper. And now I'm just trying to figure out if I want to add another layer of pattern in there. So that pink paper is another piece of paper from the C'est La Vie collection, and I'm just seeing if it's going to work with my layering. I'm going to go ahead and cut this floral print, and then I'm going to bring back in that pink paper with the polka dots on it and try and layer it up. I do end up cutting it, but it doesn't end up making it onto the final layout. I wanted this layout to have a clean look to it. We don't get dressed up like this very often, so I felt like if the layout was more clean, the more formal it would look. So I'm not going to do any mixed media on this layout, which is a little unusual for me because I do really enjoy mixed media. I will do a little Heidi Swapp color shine towards the end, but they're just splatters that I add on the page. So here you see I've cut that polka dot pattern paper, the pink polka dot pattern paper, and I'm just lining up my layers, trying to figure out what I like. I've decided at this point, coming up pretty soon, that that last pattern paper that I had cut just made my photo mat a little too large. But I am bringing in a doily. Those 3 doilies that I had pulled in, I actually bought those at Walmart in the cake decorating aisle. They have lots of different sizes and different designs, and they work out perfect. So here I'm bringing in some embellishments. Those flower images that I pulled in, those are actually fussy cut out of a pattern paper from the Maggie Holmes-Shine collection. I really liked how the floral in that collection almost matched the floral in the C'est La Vie collection. So I'm just going through my embellishments that I had pulled out ahead of time. I had picked out quite a bit from the C'est La Vie collection and also from the Maggie Holmes-Shine collection. And there are also some crepe paper Hello Love tags that I will pull in. As I had mentioned, I didn't have a plan for this layout. I just knew the photo I wanted to use, grab some of the papers I thought looked good, and then the same thing with the embellishments. So now I'm just playing around, trying to get a feel for the design of the layout. I do decide that I want to keep the tags on the right side, but before I do that, I want to bring in some vellum just to give a little variation between my photo and the cluster that I created with the pattern paper. So I'm going to trim that down. I'm going to leave it a little long, and then I'm going to create a crease in the vellum. I like to do that. I feel like it gives the vellum a little bit of texture and a little bit more definition. So once I have that done, I'm happy with the photo cluster arrangement, and I'm going to go ahead and get my photo adhered down onto that vellum. Then I'm going to move on to getting the embellishments arranged on the layout where I like. I do play around a little bit off camera because I was being really indecisive about where I wanted things to go. I decide that I'm going to position the photo all the way on the left and then create an embellishment cluster to the right of the photo mat. I really like that XO tag that you see laying there, but I felt like the XO was just too bold and took away from the rest of the layout. So I'm just creating a new tag using a Tim Holtz die and black cardstock, and I'm just trimming it down to the same size. I really liked the size of the tag. And then that heart is actually another tag from the Hello Love collection, but I wanted it to be one solid image. So I'm taking some glitter stickers from the Maggie Holmes-Shine collection, and I'm just backing the hole on the tag to make it one solid image. I'm going to trim down that small polka dot pattern paper, and I'm going to back it on some black cardstock and add some stitching, which I did off camera. The stitching is now on the layout, and I'm going to start adhering things down. So first I'm going to put down my photo cluster, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can see things closer up. I'm going to bring in those Maggie Holmes fussy cut flowers, the frames from the C'est La Vie collection, and I'm just going to start playing around and positioning things. So I'm going to tuck some flowers underneath my photo cluster there. That black and gold butterfly that you see there is from the My Mind's Eye, My Story collection, and I'm still just positioning things. So the tag is from crepe paper, and then there's also the tag that I created along with that black and white striped C'est La Vie frame, along with this yellow frame that is from the C'est La Vie collection also. Both of those pieces I just pulled in there is also from the C'est La Vie collection, and I'm just gonna really start positioning and grouping things together. I do bring in another gold glittered heart. It's a chipboard heart that is from the Maggie Holmes-Shine collection. And the title for this layout is going to be Ooh La La, and that is actually from the C'est La Vie collection also. And if you haven't saw these words, they're actually mirrors. They're really reflective, they're gold, they're absolutely beautiful. I love the dimension that they have, and it just worked perfect for this layout because, as I mentioned, my husband and I don't get dressed up like this very often, and I knew that if I didn't use that Ooh La La right now, that it probably wasn't going to get used. So I'm just going to spend some more time figuring out where I want to group everything and get my clusters arranged the way that I like. So you're just going to see me kind of darting around the layout trying to figure out what goes where. I'm going to bring in some embroidery floss to run through the holes on those tags. I've skipped forward a little bit. I have pretty much everything adhered down. I'm just coming back in with some liquid glass and re-adhering things that aren't sticking as well, mainly those gold glitter shapes. I did add a little watercolored acetate piece tucked up in the corner of that yellow frame. You can kind of see it peeking out there. It's a pink watercolored acetate. It's just beautiful. It fit perfectly with the florals I had going on. And now I'm still just arranging things and still tucking things and making sure everything's lining up the way that I like. I'm going to add in another floral sticker. You can see me positioning it there. That is actually from the Crepe Paper Hello Love collection. I really like how that flower looks up there. It gives a little bit more dimension and visual interest to the layout because the fussy cut floral sits on top, so it looks like it's just peeking out from behind those other flowers. I've also decided that I'm going to remove that word love and place that butterfly at the top of the tags versus down on the bottom where I had it originally placed. And I'm liking how this is looking. It's getting close to being done. I'm going to get the title adhered down. Those are self-adhesive, so I just have to position them onto the layout. I do bring out my T-square ruler just to make sure that the bottom portion of the title is lining up. Once I have everything adhered down, I'm looking at that fussy cut floral at the top of my photo cluster, and it's just not quite as large as I would like it. So I'm going to bring in that Maggie Holmes-Shine collection pattern paper, and I'm just going to pick another floral out and fussy cut it and just make that grouping a little bit larger at the top of the photo. Once that is adhered down, I decide that I'm going to add some black Heidi Swapp Color Shine splatters. And it's always a little risky when you add that because there's not a lot of control to it. They just kind of end up where they end up. And I wasn't overly happy with how it looked in the beginning. So I decided to try to come back in and add a little bit more. And sometimes less is better. So I was really disappointed at first on how the splatters looked, but the important part is that the layout's done, they're growing on me a little bit more, and I'm happy with the end result. I'm going to leave you with some still shots. I hope you liked this process video. I'm having a lot of fun making them. I plan on recording a couple more this weekend, so don't forget to subscribe so that way you don't miss out on those. And as always, thank you so much for watching.